Hello, boys. Today we're going to be doing Lesson 10, Solving Algebra Word Problems, the third part. We're going to keep following the 4 steps whenever possible, but for 2 types of questions, and you're going to see them, for questions that deal with age or questions that deal with money. We're going to set up our questions using a table, and you'll see this table helps us get to step 2, that step where we have to write down what the expression is, helps us get there much faster. So example 1 is a money question. Example 1 says, there are twice as many quarters as there are toonies in a piggy bank. If the total value of the money in the box is $12.50, how many quarters are there in the piggy bank? So we're going to still do step 1, what is our variable going to be our let statement. And remember, x is always going to be smaller, shorter, or younger. And in this case, the number of quarters is more than the number of toonies. So we are going to let x be the number of toonies because we have fewer toonies than we have quarters. So we are going to let x be the number of toonies. And it says we have twice as many quarters. Excuse me. Twice as many quarters, so that's going to be 2x. Oh, sorry, I put those in the wrong space. X is the quantity, the number of toonies, and the number of quarters is going to be 2x. Then we've got to put in how much these are worth. Well, a quarter is worth 25 cents. I'm going to write that as 0.25, and a toonie is worth $2. So straight up, it's going to be a 2. So we have our values for the coins, the quantity or the number of coins. To get the total, we're going to multiply value by quantity. So if I said that you had 3 quarters, you would do 3 times 25. If I said you had 5 quarters, you would do 5 times 25. In this case, we don't know how many quarters we have. It's just going to be 2x. So 0.25 times 2x, that's going to give us 0.50x. And if you want to write it as just 0.5x, that's fine. Either way. So we multiply across the value of the coin times how many coins we have. It's still going to be in terms of x, but we have our total. Now when we look at the toonies, we have 2 toonies times x. That works out nicely. That's going to be just 2x. And if we look back in the question, it told us the total value of the money in the box is $12.50. That's going to be right here. That $12.50 is the total value of the money in the box. And total, remember, total we often get by adding or finding the sum. So our equation comes from what I just put in that yellow box there. We're going to write down 0.50x plus 2x equals $12.50. And that's basically saying the money we get, the total money from the quarters plus the total money from the toonies equals $12.50. And now we can solve for x. So 2x plus 0.5x is going to give us 2.5x. I want x by itself. Right now it's squished together with the 2.5, which means multiply. I'm going to undo the multiplying by dividing both sides by 2.5. And when I do that, I get that x equals 5. And remember, x was the number of toonies. So we found out that we have 5 toonies. The question asked, how many quarters are there in the box? How many quarters? So to answer the number of quarters was here. That's going to be 2x. The number of quarters is 2x. So if x is 5, so 2x equals 2 times 5, which is 10. So the number, or maybe we could just say there are 10 quarters. There are 10 quarters in the piggy bank. And we're done. We're done our example that deals with money. So if you didn't understand anything, go back, watch it again later. The second example, example 2, a boy is 24 years younger than his father. So this is an age question. Right away we can tell it has to do with age. boy is 24 years younger than his father. In 2 years' time, the sum of their ages will be 40. How old are the father and son now? So our let statement, remember X is always smaller, younger, shorter. So in this case, the boy is younger than his father. So let X be the boy's age now. So X is going to be the boy's age now. If we look here, a boy is 24 years younger than his father. That means his dad must be X plus 24. So if the boy is 12, that means the dad is 36. Okay, next piece of information. They tell us in 2 years' time. How do I find out how old I am in 2 years' time? I'm going to have to add 2. And same with this. So if the boy was 10, we add 2, he'd be 12. No matter what the age is, adding 2 is going to let us find it out how old he'll be in 2 years. So it's going to be X plus 2 for the boy. And if we look at the dad used to be, right now is X plus 24. In 2 years' time, we're going to have to add another 2 on there. So that'll give us X plus 26. The last bit comes from here. Sum of their ages will be 40. That's like the total of their ages. So the total of their ages is 40. Sum, total. Sum means add. So we're going to take those pieces of information, we're going to add them together. So I get X plus 2 plus X plus 26 equals 40. I'm going to collect my like terms. I've got X's, and then I've got constants. So I'm going to get 2X plus 28 equals 40. I want to get X by itself, so I'm going to undo the 28. Take it away from both sides. I get 2X equals 12. I want X by itself. It's being multiplied by 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and I end up with 6. X is 6. So right now, the boy is 6. And the question said, how old are the father and son now? Therefore, the boy is 6 years old now, and the father was X plus 24. So if we go back to here, X plus 24, we now know that X is 6. So 6 plus 24, that equals 30. And the father is 30 years old now. So your job is going to be to answer questions 1 through 7. I need you to work in groups together with your classmates. Please help each other. The supply teacher has the actual number for the final answer if you need that. And then I need you guys to share and make sure everyone has the right answers written down so that on your homework quiz, you can it's going to be open book. You need the answers to everything. If and only if you don't finish in time, this note is going to be posted on Haiku. So when you're at home, you can make sure you put in the corrections. So make sure you work hard, help each other out, and I'll see you boys later.